right, now remember earlier that I said geometry is ritual. Okay? Now, if you were to look up ritual and rite, they are both the same thing. Okay? So what you'll find out that ritual is ceremonial, formality, formula, function, duty, institution, mystery, symbolism, invocation, worship, idolatry, and incantation. Now you'll find out that there are many, many, many more connections to ritual, but these are some of the ones that are definitely going to relate to what we're already talking about here. So what the ritual is the ritual is the geometry. The ritual is the manipulation of the physical. So what the ritual is a form of geometry itself. Okay? And the ritual is taking place within the free will objective of the individuals who are purposing the ritual. So the objective is the invocation, the worship of the idolatry, or the incantation of these beings. That is the objective. But what creates the objective is the geometry. And this geometry must be applied to the free will governed laws of physics. And this is how they do it. This is through ceremonial, formality, formula, function, duty, institution. All of this right here is a part of that manipulation of energy. If they create a particular form of geometry, which would be like this one here, then you create a new pattern or a new flow of energy. So based on the flow of energy or the pattern of energy, it's almost like a different phone number for calling up a different individual. Each individual has a separate number to contact them. Well, each one of these energy beings or these spirit consciousness beings, they have a frequency, and that frequency is a number. Now, some of these beings occupy the same frequency, and some of these beings occupy different frequencies. It's not necessarily an individual frequency for one individual being, but it is a collective frequency for the types of beings that are collectively alike. Like I told you, there are many different types of beings, so there are many different types of symbols that control or invoke these beings in question. So what you want to understand is that the ritual is the geometry that's taking place. Remember, geometry is that unseen energy. Well, in this place, this is how you see it. It's taking place as ceremony. It's taking place as formula. It's taking place as symbolism, and all of these others in between. This is the action of the ritual, which is the action of the energy. So the ritual is the geometry. Not only do they use the symbols of geometry, but they are the geometry themselves, the particular way that they carry out their rites. So the geometry has to be applied to the laws of physics. And those laws of physics, as we have already stated, are governed by the free will. So in essence, they are using physics to manipulate your free will. And that is when I showed you on this globe that these different positions. Now let's not forget that Washington, D.C. itself is laid out on the grid of a pentagram. And that if you do your research, you will find out that there are many positions on the globe that are occultic in symbol in nature. Well, these are creating an energy pattern that is spreading out and eventually connecting the more they create to distort the total field. I'll be back.